Nhyira fan. Nhyira fan.
Na shasia ne say UK Prime Minister. Your friend Starmer. Waka bibi. Na say UK. Muntie because it affected Ghana ntia. London asem na making. Say omo yan hyehyeye said the beya ebeye den ama wo bibini se wo kɔ ni krom na obenya papers mpo bibini eye Ghana ni a wo se me pese me kɔ UK me pese me kɔ UK me pese me kɔ UK no owura Starmer onim Starmer ye de ne beto page no so sesi a no ahu no ona ye UK Prime Minister Penya ohwe UK so o say te said the Donald Trump say ya o pamo ebibifo immigrants who nin krata na e pamo no they say UK for no so asha ase bi in fact omo kire say answer na ye bema krata no na just say ebia watena hwa imfie edu Nhyira do 10 years. Afe kra no nso no brofo ntimi nka brofo pa ebe den. Tese ni nyina person kire se in fact can be what say living in UK is not a right but a privilege. But your papa ne da so no bra Facebook. Me kire onioma e koso na yesua bibia afrim. And I'm so glad that you never can't go to Huasem. UK Prime Minister Ras Starmer and Odasono. Omo ye labor for Omo juma for ne eke kambomu and na omo te sa cool no. First na conservative for na transwacha and sa na labor for omo so eba. Ne tofani nyina ne se Africa for so ye wa adwen say oba abrochira he say US a buey UK ne nso a o maka omo ho first no mu na na ye sa he so ma sa ka omo ho kire say UK no say wote wa enye te say chenchena atwan na emom e ya adum bi sa no pese omo ka wotena UK ya adum enye wo na be decide nti mo a mo bompa say rade boam na me nko UK no nhyehyɛ ne say answer na benya krata no just 10 years na oka we na me poto kakra because asem na me pese me ka no me pese otibi na ye ka bibi kire no na first of all me pese ohwe nneoma bi kakra wa ha papa bi a ochro book bi anankrata article your friend Nick Diaden Oma mo share issues of justice se pepepe ye bi be koso ewo oman bi mu Nick na ochro sankrata no ne title ni nie pacho bra Facebook ye kire wa de e ka no de be ka bia no ne ye pese wo hwe bi na wo te de ye ka na se yi ochro article bi I think around 2017 ho title no ye de beto so se sia na ono otro sa de no maka no hape ba me kaiwo fa show trim say UK Prime Minister say uye bibinia uye bibinia oba hwa enye adum bi ne de boa ye be pamo obenya yi ate say 10 years enyo ma be ma wu bibini ho a kire wo obese o kire say obi anka se brani krum enka bone USA for ka me nyam ba UK for there wo mu ka me ne wo mu wasem UK for Keir Starmer now at the end of the day no bra Facebook never check it a friend Nick Diaden or a director of UK campaigning organization Global Justice Now ono na oye bronio ba watena sia hu say abrofo no asisi omusisi ebibiman over the period no e was say ebibifo na abrofo sisi omu no e was so omunye omu chefa because abrofo ni behwia yen e behwia yen obehwia Africa fo abrofo no besisi yen abrofo de to trasem ebo ye nkrofo transatlantic slave trade no so okay kind transatlantic slave trade na time mo be cheche ye koye nkoasom e de koye ye cotton wadwuma ne plantation ne hwede ewo West Indies ene USA ne nasefo a ye nananom eka ho no ye nananom ene ma UK ene USA ye dom
Nhyira FM.
but ene UK for Starmer ora Starmer say Uti UK uye bibinia uni se enye bibia eya adom omu ye bold UK for. And that is why I want to address the UK Prime Minister very soon. Me kind of brofo say the be kwa ma wate nyansa 7% me ka kire no. Article ninye or say Africa is not poor. We are stealing its wealth. So bra Facebook na be ha de onu na tro you because they bia no mu ti ho abrofo ne ti wa no matwa mfoni say yen bi before de ehia yen bi before de omu ye nkrasefo e bi before omu nya serious e bi before omu ye corrupt e bi before omu ye say de bia sa na ya ka che omu nti as of now ye won mfoni bi omu gidi say yen e bi before ye da so tinua so
Nhyira FM.
Woma ka che say yen e bi before no ye da so ti enua so ya hwini panam sa na ya ka kire obi o ya ka kire say ya tete ball so sa narrative no ma ka kire ye enti omu movies o de ya hwe omu movies nyina no obon say bibini na ewu ntem ya hwe omu movies UK ni USA for omu movies cha wo hwe American movie na UK movie a bibini wan soma na bibini so okọ oye soldier bibini ne ebeku ne ntem sa anyoma we nyina omu de aya me agye atum eno ti no mutimi acting movie Yesu movie nyina na de abra be kire say Yesu ye broni nti mo nsom no na ye ni abre na ye tonic calendar broni sesa ya adwen ache but baby ye dru eye emancipating ourselves from mental slavery ye yankasa and ye dru level la ye te se broni kasa na ye mo hyehye ye
Nhyira FM.
Abba who born dog UK is warning Africans that staying in UK is a privilege. UK Prime Minister. Oh yeah, okay. Are you okay? Bibia you fine. Bra Facebook na fi yen kenkan ko. Jeff, yi free so. Ono tro bro ni tro ka kire ni say. Muma moteti hai. Africa. Ye mom ni ewia Africa for. Enti wo po mo ma ehia o ma enya Africa yen ene ahia wo mo ama Africa. Osi ewom, let me read that article for sure. Osi ewom say ye wo sika ye de ma omo. Ewom say ye bo mo bosia. Ewom say etoro bia ye che o ma de e bia se UK Prime Minister ya ma Africa for e bia $50 million, 50 million pounds. Mo fanye we wo ho UK say ya che we. Osi ewom sa de nanso so ye hwe sika nko a ye muhia eya mu abrofo ye me ye broni ni bi muhia fi African nko a na eye over 200+ billion enti ma men kan to fanchero. Imagine say obi ma 1,000 cedis nanso be wie no anya so mfa so be 2,000 o se sana ye Africa for ye che o ma de no no mu ye hwia wo mu de ye hwia ene de de che o mu no de ye hwia no doso mo e chen de ye de ma o mu enti se opa de asem na okay in fact o kan article no be kire wo say illegal sa hwa timbe ya wo mo fei ekọ UK ebi ko UK timbe ya de bia hu se o mu ne nam ho ne nasefo nyina no ebi ko UK gold akese ya ene tore bia ye hu ba bia fa no ebi ko UK for omunye mining enso pe meba be kirew Jeff fato so mame hwe me de ko UK for omu votes make a vote gold vote bia wo hu sa gold ni bi da Bank of Ghana kra wo sa gold ni bi ba me de wo ko me be hwe pictures no of gold nko a wo mu wo krom ho wo mu ye galamsey wo mu ye illegal mining wo mu ye mining bay aheya he Queen Elizabeth ene ne nkrofo na nam e checking gold nko a e wo masase na se Beshe gold nko ma paki omunya gold ni wahi yen ebibifo na UK Prime Minister ene Queen Elizabeth wonya ne ba bi ko nkofo we awia ye close over 500 years time ye konko asomu omewia ye gold omu da so wia ene omu ye bold to tell us say uti UK ye pre wa wia ye wie na ye ba kakra ma wia ye gold UK you have been stealing since 500 years ago. And today you are telling us that living in UK is a privilege. I don't blame you. I blame our leaders. I don't. Bra Facebook na be. What be hwia gold in the niage no. Where King Charles. They say the King Charles nye. Hwe the way na nie si agye okuta gold. Anentina sa gold way anka enye bia John Dramani Mahama anase ohini ne kuta ye ko Bank of Ghana nke na no pay anka Ghana Bank of Ghana say na wo say ye fa we to so ma me ha we ne ye me fe bra Facebook na be he we ne ye me fe we no she the way obane sre gold Anglo Gold Ashanti 2 gold ya pam ni nyina bi ko UK ni amaye kakra bi yes ya ade yes die Newmont no wo mam nyasika na tam na ko UK womo me galamsey womunya gold wo mekeka ebibeko UK hwe oba we nani gi agye ekuta gold wo sa gold hu bi da how many of us na hu gold ayehu ane ring ne asmade ketwa bi ba be hwe UK for now o mawia ye for over 500 years no eno mo ka che yen ya bibifo say uti ho a eya adom bi na mo menye force say ye ma wo citizenship nipa na wahia wo ekun ase wo daache ede ehunahuna ebo ye ekun bi ede ye nananum atu nsuom no ene wo ka kira wo say uti UK a menye wo adwen say o answer na be citizenship 10 years na ede ne ba ne sa eba ne sa wo bra ye gitu mu ma ye leaders meka leaders apart from Kwame Nkrumah on the no Pan-African and now occur the new form of colonization, which is neo-colonialism and then imperialism. What you say? The new form of colonizing people. The new form. This is what Kwame Nkrumah was talking about. Imperialism. On one kasa sorry no per se obi na ye president. Or tinibia na omu tunipa so no mu kunipa. Shedi omu ye Gaddafi. And Gaddafi, Libya, say because of what they do. When the money basa, African leaders in the Kohwa, near no makonum African leaders in the Kohwa, near Kwakosre, just because of $50 million on the Bemaye, and now pounds. Ya Jin Yoma, ya refuse, Ome Viesi Canifriha. Nanka Bawe, a dear Yansan or what ye, and ye gold in the Quadibia Fireable. We are seeing now ye gold, no, we are the seas. We are the seas producers of gold in the world. In Ghana is now the #1 producer of gold in Africa. Africa na yen Ghana for ya. O here aye pesikano. Yen na gold no. Yen you producer #1. Still here yen. Then you wake up in the morning, you have a UK Prime Minister because he's bold, because we are realizing that we are not serious. Now he's telling us that living in UK is a privilege, it's not a right. Mamen kenkan brofo we nkyere Starmer, UK Prime Minister. No ntie ni ye, afimi wi am the statistics ni so ebi aba be ka ho. Me poto kakra no wahu UK Prime Minister. I want to address you. I don't blame you. I blame our leaders who sat down for you to steal our resources. I blame the people who allowed you to deceive them to take majority of our resources into your country to rebuild your country. I blame the elders who sat down to be deceived, to be thinking that you were about to help us. And today, after stealing all our resources and making your country better, you have the guts, you have the right to tell Africans that it is a privilege. You are lucky some of us are not the president. I would have told you harsher words this morning. UK Prime Minister, nobody is afraid of you. I love my country, Ghana. And I think that if we have empowered leaders, they'll be able to say no. We still have leaders who would act like Kwame Nkrumah, who would reject those imperialism, who reject new forms of colonization. But telling us that it is a privilege, we will tell you very soon that it is also a privilege to live in Africa. And I think that it is time for African leaders to just sit up and tell every white man here that, hey, it is a privilege to stay in Africa. It is not a right. When would we have African leaders who just get up and say that all you, USA, UK, whoever, it is time for you to realize that living in Africa is a right. It is a privilege and not a right. Gone were the days when you say some of these nonsense, we'll be shaking. But we have a new form of Africa. We have certain leaders who are rising up to the occasion and telling some of you to shut up. USA can say it, I don't care. But for UK, we are aware of how you stole our resources. We are aware. So UK ambassador to Ghana, please, we are not afraid of you. And I know that maybe the president will tell you, but some of us, we are not afraid of you. We don't need your country to survive. I don't need to come to UK to survive. I don't need you to survive. You rather need us. If African leaders are truthful to themselves, there will be a time that you will not be able to have advantage over our resources again. And that is the time you know that you need Africans to survive. So, dear Prime Minister, Starmer, UK Prime Minister, this is my word to you this morning. My name is Jantuah. I'm a multimedia worker. And I know that you get this message. So I am sending this epistle to you. I said I'm writing to express my deep concern about your recent statement that living in the UK is a privilege, not a right. Given the history of exploitation and resource extraction from African countries like Ghana, where I live, your words feel particularly tone deaf and nonsense. For too long, our resources have been taken without fair compensation, enriching others like UK. For many years, while other communities like my country struggle, as Africans and as a Ghanaian, we won't be intimidated or diminished by such reckless comments. We are proud of our identities, cultures, and history as Africans. We are not beggars. We are a sovereign nation with immense potential. And it is time for us to stand strong and assert our worth in international conversations. We need to be bold to tell them that enough of this nonsense. We have the capacity as Africans. We are resilient and creative to shape our own future. We have the power, just like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said, that we have the power to identify ourselves and our personalities. So this morning I urge President John Dramani Mahama and other African leaders to join forces in responding to this narrative that undermine our dignity and right to self-determination. We need to redefine the conversations around our place in the world, demanding fairness, respect, and equal partnership that value our contribution. Let us tell them that enough of these threats. If living in UK is a privilege, they should be told that living in Africa is a privilege. Signed by Jantuah. So Prime Minister, UK Prime Minister, says Starmer, it's an unfortunate statement. And for me, I urge all African leaders to stand up against UK, to stand up against USA. Fortunately, fortunately, yenya obi a wahye ase yenko Namibia bra Facebook nenko hwe ade yenko Namibia muna ya na musrosro mu Mini German ambassador akama ke kama adwati mini bro abrofushia ye make kama adwintro mu ye call Germany no mu church me say masa wo country ye de me country ye de o country sa depression asem na abentia mo ho na efe ha kakra bia because mo enyoma bi na mo keka bom babra me kro me de papa mo country me de ye de me ni ngia brochire ho me bra ni me mpanyfo be aya abetsra me nya obi a me ni gi abrochire ho me mo abrochire kwa me ho yira me nya obi a me ni gi abrochire ho metimi atena Ghana de Ghana obi a wonim bia nim de mekei enya mpanyfo no na yiye enyoma basa wote Ghana abo se Ghana de I'm telling you Ghana de papa Ghana de adena mo yesa fa Namibia president to so mame hwe oba no de waka Namibia president Obano. Behade. Namibian president. Me chrawo de Obane buy and say why. Or say UK ni US for you madwin say omu okwa kope visa. Na wote wo obeko ye can say US embassy. Ko US embassy. Ghana for omu chain. Ghana for omu D line. Ade omu pa broche kwan akọ. Na mu sisi awiem. All because they want to go to abroad. Now saying statistics kakrebia minya yes over $10 million visa application kwa a year $10 million. Ade, I don't blame them because in Kenya leadership papa or Ghana and Kenya na obi what is obi sorry every kata so kwa abrochi obekwa no kwagina ni obi wo Dubai a odi abrochi na wo ka US ne yeden ene Donald Trump okọ Arab countries wo okọ Dubai. Donald Trump is on in Dubai. And yet Dubai because they have packaged themselves well. Kwame Nkrumah talked about our African identity and personality. Ye nim say ye was catch UK for. Ye who say ye was catch US for. Any ajia to mama Africa brofo. Any atata ya. Any atuan ye din se hunu. Enti omo kan ye hopo. I was said do so mo can be a yen cabin chiromo. The UK Prime Minister say living say what UK adoma yeso en kanchom so mo tie adom omo pamu ya yem pamu omo bi de na esie bibiansi I'm sure Ibrahim Traore onye bi on pamu France for de na esie on pamu Ouattara Côte d'Ivoire on pamu France for de na esie bibiansi ye Mali for on pamu France for de na esie bibiansi ye enti Ghana pamu UK na ye dey Nipona transia wia usika de wakonko asuma enya gold awu gold nya bi o sori o mu kasa na mu yam hihye mu muntimi ntia o mu bi because we are beggars. Be na Namibia president waye oba no wadi 72 years she de oba ne bai nansen ya waye o say Namibia terminates visa free entry for 30 plus countries including USA. The newly sworn in president Nitombo Nandi Jantuah is moving forward with plans to revoke visa-free access for numerous first world class countries. Ono so bai was me ye Namibia. Samo ye ba mu kroma na mu din sem huna mo so mo ba mu ye twem mo ba mo so me apply visa. UK for ne ba ye mo apply visa ni bi. Ye mo mu din line wo US hobby. Me president as ane me ye. Wo ye me nkrofo sa wo so be na mawia no mu bi. Me busa questions. Mo ma ye 3 months, wo so be ma 2 months. And no na hwe sa nyoma no na eme ene China ni USA kohwe ntokwa ekoso between USA and China. Go and look at what is happening. Donald Trump buy ya o sha say ohunhuna nkrofo and o sha say na China for ACC USA for China and our day tax to so be 35 na China for the 35 na USA for at the 100 something na China for the hobby. Or the call 135, not China for so the call 135. And then Donald Trump will say, oh, yeah, they are about 30. China for say, fine, we don't have a problem. Because China for stadium will say, yeah, say a superpower. Yeah, after all, we don't need you to survive. Into what I say, Ghana, Yassas, Yentiminya, Yentiminya Mo, Yentiminya, Diankwana UK for the my Yentiminto. With all the money that is draining. Look at Namibia, Facebook never share, Shema Namibia. Namibian president is saying, say, UK, you are why USA. So, Mami Kroma, service a free now first now for because you're Brunino, Metem, Oba apply. Yera John Mahama, this is your legacy year. o legacy ne de ama wo no as John Mahama omo ka bia kika bi kiro mu bibia nsi ye wo sa tumi no so omo ka fucking na so ka fucking omo mafia wa so mafia ni bi masa matena sia ma brofo na sisi ya asifie ntimi nkasa broni oya hwan onyo bia ye ne omo sia atwom na me supervisor ye broni me ne twede bia me supervisor me oye broni o kan bibia me si da bi we wrong ne nyina ya twene afiaje atum ye mpene momo no be aba betena se no ehunehuna unhu abrofo kalape na mo hopo just because of $1 million ne $20 million ene Donald Trump say USA de atwam ne hopo USA de twam o maye sen a o maye 125 million hwan ye mfa nko wo panie na sika krom ha empanyufoi amanyofoi yete sama wiawia left and right yi yentimi nya even $200 million kran fanya de eye na no headquarters a mo yeye Bank of Ghana headquarters nkwa na yesen
Nhyira FM
ana mama ye nima gu asesa ase de bia ye de patcho let's deal with them omunyo bia into UK Prime Minister says Starmer we still have Kwame Nkrumah spirit in us. I'm telling you this morning, we are not afraid of UK. If you think that it is a privilege to stay in your country, we are telling you that we have more citizens from UK staying in Ghana. And it is because of the mutual respect that we have for you. That's the reason why we keep quiet. But enough of those diplomacy. If you want to win a certain soft power, this is not the way to go. And let me tell you, Africa is rising. We are getting new leadership. We are getting people who are learned, who are empowered, who will not be intimidated by those frivolous intimidation. We have Africans who are ready to tell you in your face that if you feel that we are beggars, you are also beggars. There'll be a time when African leaders will rise because we are choosing good leaders who will say enough of the exploitation. We know what is happening in Congo. We know what is happening in Somalia. All because of some of those greedy agendas of you. Enough. And don't threaten Africans. Because if you threaten us, we will come after you and we'll deal with you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah! Come on! Nhyira
104.5.